I'm your host, Dessie, and you're listening to the Golden Hour podcast, a space for us women to live fully, authentically, and feel at home in body, mind, and soul. Hello, I'm Dessie, and you're listening to the Golden Hour podcast. Welcome to this space. Welcome to my home if you're watching this on video. Today is Friday as I'm recording this, and it is the first sunset in our new home with Christian, where we can actually see the sun go down, and I'm sitting here in the living room and the sun is shining, and it's so magical. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been meaning to record this video all day, and right now the sun coming down really did inspire me, and I think this is going to be it. So let me take a moment to set the tone for today's chat with a little Palo Santo to invite an intention. And today's a solo episode, and I just want to chat with you about what is alive until basically the sun goes down. And I wish for this chat to reach whoever it needs to reach and benefit whoever it needs to benefit, and let it be for the harm of none and benefit of all. Me and Christian have moved in here 1 week ago, a little bit less, 5 days ago. And this has been such an intensive transition coming from Bulgaria after ending up living for 5 months in Bulgaria, my home country, close to my family, taking care of our family dog, Jaro, bringing him for walks, cuddling him every day, living on the seaside, taking a 20-minute walk to the sea every other day. This has been the most unexpected and a truly magical and special time in my life. I have been feeling the pull to reconnect to my roots very strongly, especially since the beginning of last year, 2025. So I've been living in Vienna since 2008, 18 years soon. And so it's my whole adult life, right? And beginning of last year, I started feeling this almost like a calling to spend some more time there, to get to know my ancestors, who they were, even the ones I have never met in my lifetime in person. And I'm so grateful that Christian jumped on that train with me, and that he has been really interested in it as well together with me, and that he was so open. So the 1st of September 2025, we went on a trip. Actually, we took our 2 big suitcases and went to Bulgaria with the idea to spend a month there and learn about my ancestors, go to the lands where they used to live, and this was our idea. What ended up happening is we ended up spending 5 full months there, and throughout this time, without even planning on it or without expecting it at all, I ended up connecting to my home country in a way I've never done it before, through the eyes of my beautiful fiancé, Christian. As he was so interested in the country, and its people, and the culture, and the language, I taught him Bulgarian and the Cyrillic alphabet. And so I ended up seeing my country as well in a way I've never seen it before, through his eyes. And this process definitely did heal a part of me that felt like there was something wrong with where I'm coming from. And I'm curious if some of you can relate, in case you went to live in a foreign country and you're an immigrant, or you have been an immigrant for part of your life. I moved to Vienna when I was 18 years old, and 18 years old is really a very gentle age. In fact, you're still a child. And since that age, since being 18 years old, my biggest goal at the time was to fit in, because all an 18-year-old person wants is to be accepted. At least this is what I wanted, and what I've realized looking back: to be accepted, to fit in, to be part of the group, to belong. And so in a way, this young adulthood for me, I've spent putting my heritage to the back seat and simply trying to be accepted here. And this interest, this way Christians saw my heritage, Christians saw my country, really helped me see all the places where I've made myself small, and all the places I've hidden this part of me. I've hidden my magic, I've hidden my part of my identity. So it's been really powerful to be on this journey together of reconnecting with Bulgaria, reconnecting with the land, with the people, with the language. And I wanted to also share with you about this transition from spending this time in Bulgaria into landing in Vienna again, this time as a couple engaged, married this year, and in our new home that we manifested out of thin air, just as we've dreamt it up and just as we wished to have it. And so I wanted to talk about the presence of all the different emotions I'm feeling and we're feeling at the same time. We're really, really excited about our new home, that's for sure. And we went a long way to be and to arrive where we are right now. A lot of aligning on our vision and connecting to the purpose behind it, connecting to our why we want the home that we want, and what are we going to do in the world, in this environment that we want for ourselves. And I believe this is what helped us bring this vision into the physical and bring this vision into existence and be sitting here right now. And at the same time, I have to say, we also experience grief and we also experience sadness and we also miss what we left behind. We miss being close to my family and meeting randomly for lunch at any time and taking care of Jaro, the beautiful, the sweetest dog in the world. I know every dog owner probably thinks that, but he certainly is one of the sweetest beings that I ever have encountered. And I make space for all those emotions, and I think it's so important to make space for all those emotions and to know that all those emotions are valid, to know that it's okay to experience gratitude and joy and freedom and abundance and excitement for what is here, and at the same time to grieve what you are leaving behind to be where you are, and to be sad and to be melancholic. And I believe making space for all these emotions at the same time is what makes us human. And if you're going through a whirlpool of emotions right now in your life, because of whatever the reason, I want to tell you that it's okay, and I want to tell you to be compassionate with yourself, and I want to tell you to make space for all the emotions, that they can exist and that is nothing wrong for them to exist all at the same time. And that's the beauty of humanness. That's the beauty of us being alive on this earth right now. There's a lot of things in the world right now that are bringing a lot of difficult emotions, a lot of anger, a lot of sadness, a lot of fear. And I also want to make space for experiencing those emotions and at the same time experiencing joy and experiencing freedom and experiencing happiness, feeling fulfilled. And I want to tell you that also, if you are feeling all those emotions all at the same time, there's nothing wrong with you. And there is nothing inhumane about you. And there is no need for anything to be changed. There's nothing wrong. And again, this is our human experience. And I just want to tell you that I see you and I hear you and I feel you. And I think it's so important, if you are facing grief and sadness and rage and fear, to make space for the other little things in your life, to make space for the joy, for the happiness, for the laughter, for the fulfillment, to know that everything can coexist all at the same time. And in fact, everything does exist all at the same time. And we do live in a dual world where evil and goodness coexists at the same time. I read something yesterday. It was a it was a post by a beautiful woman that I met in my last women's circle in Sofia, which was absolutely incredibly strong experience. We gathered so beautiful, powerful, vulnerable, beautiful women together and had an experience of sharing an evening full of joy, full of reciprocity, full of vulnerability. And so one of the beautiful women I met there shared something about focusing on one good thing at a time, focusing on one good deed that you can do right now. And she shared a story about, I hope it's okay to share this. I think it is because it's a beautiful story that she shared in her post. So she shared a story about her father who would show her the garden. He would be working in the garden and he would show her a little ant. And he would take the ant in his hand and then go and say, "Hey, look, it's an ant." And then just carefully place the ant back and let it go on its way. And in the whole overload of information that we're experiencing right now online, of things that make us fearful and things that bring rage and disconnect, I think it's so important to remember about the possibility to always make one good thing today, right now, that can truly change the world, because it does. It truly does. Every single little thing does change the world, because maybe it seems small, but it does change the world for one being, one person at a time. Maybe it's one animal or one plant. We're all in this together, so it all matters. And maybe one day what you can do is simply talking kindly to your plant, and this is enough. This is more than enough. I love talking to my plants. I even love talking to the trees I see outside of my window. And I somehow always establish a strong connection with the trees out of my window, and I already have um, spirit, how do we call it? A spirit tree? A spirit plant? I don't know. Out of my window here in the new flat, and yeah, it's really beautiful. I will share one practice I do before going to sleep every evening, or almost every evening. I have a prayer I say every night, but the thing with the plant that comes and goes, but it's really beautiful, and I want you to hear it and maybe try it one time yourself, or more than one time. So what I do is I will focus my attention on the tree or on the plant before I go to sleep in the evening. And I will take a deep breath and thank the tree for creating the oxygen that I'm able to breathe in. And with the breath out, I will be breathing out and I would be offering my CO2 back to the tree, because the CO2 that I'm breathing out is the very essence that the tree breathes in. And I would simply do this 2 more times and feel and focus on the connection with nature, and know that even if I didn't do anything that felt purposeful this day, even if I didn't do anything that I felt was really, really valuable this day, doing that, the act of breathing, is enough. It's more than enough. It's so more than enough. It's it gives life to the trees on this planet. Can you imagine that? So if there's one thing to take away from today's conversation, that is, remember that even in the moment when you feel like nothing, that you don't feel purposeful, that you don't feel like you contributed anything of value today, know that you certainly did. And you did that only by existing. Nothing else you need to do. Nothing else you need to be. You're simply enough, just as you are. I love you, and I'm so looking forward already to sitting here, right here next week, and having these chats regularly. And I certainly do want this to be a two-way street, and I want to hear from you. So please leave me a comment or send me a message and let me know how this landed. Let me know if there is a topic you would like me to talk about on here. Let me know if you have a guest in mind that I should invite and talk to on here on the podcast and YouTube channel. And subscribe if you haven't. And I'm sending you all my love, and talk to you next time.